Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet. I'm trying to find nice things in the neighbourhood. I'm trying to find things in the neighbourhood to remember, to put a smile on my face. This story, I don't know whether it actually fits those categories, but I'm going to tell it anyway, and it's with regards to a woman who cuts my hair called Lynn. My grandfather was a barber. He was a barber for all of his life. His brother, who's still alive, was also a barber, and he was a barber for David Letterman. He tells quite proudly when he cut hair in LA. The barbering profession is a profession, particularly with regards to old men barbers, that I'm willing to support wherever they are available. Certainly when I lived in the UK, I would go to, they were young guys, but they were old men barbers in terms of the way that they cut hair. They'd cut hair about 10 minutes. I could set a cup of tea bag in it, brewing, go and get a haircut and come back. The tea would be perfectly brewed. I'd have a nice haircut within 10-15 minutes at most. In Las Vegas, I maintained 2 old men barbers that I'd visit frequently. They were looking out over the airport. It was quite a nice walk. Went past a shop that I'd occasionally go into with very interesting smells. And it's just part of a ritual, having a haircut. But when I moved to the Bay Area, old men barbers, few and far between. So I started going to a Vietnamese woman barber who was just across the street. An easy walk from the apartment complex. When we moved to downtown San Jose, I found a similar Vietnamese barber. She was a bit older than the one that I would see in Campbell, and she wasn't really there. I mean, my perspective with the old men barbers is you could have a reasonable conversation if they were in a conversive mood, but these female Vietnamese barbers, they're maybe 1 or 2 words out of every 4 are understood. A kind of patchy conversation with them. But in general, the new barber, downtown San Jose, she'd complain about my complexion, various things that I would consider personal remarks. Pretty untoward, really. And it was only until I'd been to her maybe 5 or 6 times that she asked if she could take down my number. She said that I'd be part of her club or whatever, and the 5th haircut would be free. I wasn't really interested in that. I was just interested in having a regular barber experience that I could go to periodically. Sometime out of the blue, she contacted me and told me that she was moving. She had my telephone number, so she called me. And then she proceeded to send me a series of text messages. Hi, this is Lynn, your haircutter. Sorry to text you again. I'm back at Michelle's Beauty and Barber Shop by the DMV. I'll be here Wednesday to Saturday, 11 to 7 p.m. Come anytime. No need to make an appointment. Thank you, Lynn. I had gone back to the shop where she cut hair. There were some new women in place, younger women. They clearly couldn't cut hair. After an hour or so of them making an attempt at a haircut, I paid them and left. I texted her back, Hi, Lynn. Made the mistake of going by the old shop. I'll be coming to you from now on. And then she responded, Hi, this is Lynn, your haircutter. Sorry to text you again. I'm back at Michelle's Beauty and Barber Shop, Pomona Avenue by the DMV, blah, blah, blah. Basically exactly the same text that I'd received previously. She called me maybe 3 or 4 times, including calls at work and various other times on the weekend and things like that. She texted me on August 23rd to say, To my favourite customer, as you know, I've been moving around, but you have still followed me to support this old lady. This is very kind of you. I appreciate it. The new shop is Hair and Nail. It's in front of the Walmart next to the Tiger Sandwich. I work Tuesday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Thank you and God bless, Lynn, your haircutter. So I decided to go back and have my hair cut with Lynn. The new place she was in was an exclusively female salon. They did nail work as well, so you had all the fumes from the nail work. When I arrived there was another gentleman customer who obviously, like me, had received a lot of text messages and telephone calls. He had his haircut in front of me, and she was able to do some repairs to the horrible haircut that I had gotten at her previous shop. She joked with me that their haircuts were so bad now that they had to employ a gay man to cut hair. I don't know, slightly off colour. As we were driving back, I actually saw the gay man sitting in the barber shop, waiting for customers. It's a difficult thing getting a haircut. Difficult thing in this neighbourhood. Will I go back to Lynn? Will I endure the smells of the nail salon as well? She gives an okay haircut for a fair price. I usually give her $20, irrespective of what the cost was. At her previous place, I think the cost was $11, now at this new place it's $7, but I still give her a $20 note, thank her for her haircut, and go on my way. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.